Anyways, speaking of white goats, Christian McCaffrey, they just did him a solid. 38 mil, 2 years. San Francisco, they know who butters their bread. And not only that, he has a relationship with Shanahan that goes back. And, like he's going to do that guy a solid, and they should. Time of tape, we don't know what happened game 1 of the finals. Drake put $500K on the Mavs, which is like the kiss of death. I did it first. I want my money back. I didn't put $500K on the fucking Mavs, but I did bet the Mavs.
I would hope not.
No.
That's the more fun bet for sure.
The Mavs, right?
Oh,
people are talking about this like it's a really steep, this would be a huge upset.
Celtics are like minus 250 in the series.
I noticed. Fuck yeah, dude. Luka Doncic, like legacy-wise, 3 months earlier, there wasn't such a big argument for putting him where I think we could put him if they find a way to win this series. I read something today, like he's got 5 All-NBA selections by 25. Dirk, when he won the finals in 2011, he had 4 All-NBA selections. So he could be, when you talk about like franchise history, he could be the one. He could be on pace to be the one. He kind of already is, but he needs that feather in his cap, right?
Don't forget he was the EuroLeague MVP at 17 also.
Yeah, this guy is major legacy implications. Legacy alert. Legacy alert. I don't know what this would do to Jason Tatum's legacy. I don't feel like people are going to ever put him in a certain echelon, but
I don't like Jason Tatum.
Why not?
I don't know, but because everyone, the way we talk about him, like, yes, he's a star, but is he like a superstar? To me, I don't see it. Like, because like I just don't feel like he shows up in the superstar moments. Like, I feel like Jaylen Brown
who's
takes
right
over
next to him on the superstar scale.
Jaylen Brown.
Who's he between?
Him and Jaylen Brown are the same exact player to me. They're the same. I think they're like
not the same style player.
No, not same style. They're 1Bs. Like, I feel like they would complement a superstar very, very well, but at the same time, they're not taking the step.
But yet they're in the finals, and they've been in the finals multiple times now with Jason Tatum. And
he's a superstar. He's like the 6th or 7th best player in the league. Maybe Jaylen Brown is an imperfect compliment.
Nah, it could be.
It
could be.
Maybe,
but all I'm saying is, like, he's got to be doing something right. I know it's the East. But
no, I agree. And maybe
are we holding the Celtics against him? You know what I mean? Like, we just assume the Celtics are going to be there, but he's a big reason why they're there.
Yeah.
So
but then again, I want Jason Tatum to go out there and score 40 every night. Like, if you're going to do it, do it.
You're right. That would make him the best player of all time.
I mean, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. And here, I'm not here to argue over superstar tiers in the NBA.
He doesn't need to score 40.
We can let First Take argue over the superstar tiers, but it is an interesting conversation of like the legacy talk is always big in basketball. And I feel like Doncic, like just a few months ago, we were having a different conversation. And a week from now, if he's on the cusp of winning this thing, we could be talking about a whole lot more. Hey, the Hurley news. This is a vague Woj bomb. Like, I don't know what to make of this thing because as you put it, with Shams was talking about JJ Redick.
Mm-hmm.
Now Woj comes out and says like, hey, the Lakers are serious about exploring like a lot of like very vague language.
And according to reports, Hurley talked to his Connecticut team today, which tells me that it's real.
I'd do it.
Wow.
I'd do it if I were him.
It's probably $100 million deal.
It's probably a huge deal, right? And for an organization like the Lakers, it's the perfect time. If LeBron likes him, okay, and you have this opportunity to bring in a coach that you can actually keep on and like build a program. They talk about like reading between the lines, and you don't have to be a basketball expert to know this. Like, I can remember growing up in the post Pat Riley era, the Lakers have cycled through so many coaches.
Yeah.
Like so many guys that you look back and you're like, that guy coached the fucking Lakers, right? And most of them didn't stay very long. I think the longest tenured coach between Pat Riley and now not named Phil Jackson was like a 6-year coach. And it's been a while since they've had somebody that stuck around for a few. So it'd be, if they could nail this guy and he becomes like a program builder, you know how like they have a program in Miami, You know,
Right.
and Tom's building a program in New York where you have a way of doing things.
System of developing players, which is especially
That's what
important
they
with
want.
the current CBA where you can't sign 3 superstars.
So that's what they want. They look at their core of like Austin Reeves. You've got Hachimura and all these guys that like, you're like, we could develop
Max
these
Christie's
guys.
a good young player.
You know, like I think this would be a good hire. I know a lot of these college coaches are
Don't do it,
really
Dan.
sleazy.
Let me ask
Don't
you
do it,
guys
Dan.
though, like as a pro athlete, like how would you feel about a guy coming in that's never played pro basketball, that's only coached high school and college basketball, and has a reputation as being a fucking hardo?
Well, if the leader of the team co-signs the guy, then I feel
Wins.
pretty good about it. If LeBron's the leader of the team, and this is the funniest part of the whole deal now.
He gets
If this ends up
wins.
being the catalyst, this is the funniest part of the whole deal. This is from an ESPN article today. I'm just going to read it verbatim. In a social media post responding to a podcast interview with JJ Redick, James posted on X about Hurley. He's so damn good, along with his staff. Super creative with their offense. I love it. It would be hilarious if JJ, who's the other front runner for this job, and for a minute here, and he could still be the guy for the job, looked like it was a shoe-in, right? Because LeBron liked him. If LeBron got the light bulb moment that he needed to put the juice behind Hurley on a JJ Redick podcast.
Amazing.
That's hilarious.
Maybe
to
the
me.
Lakers are doing JJ Redick research and found the comment.
That's hilarious. But anyways, I mean, like if you're a college coach and right now, like think about college coaches and the way the landscape's changed. You know, Matt brought this earlier up. I mean, Jim Harbaugh, the guy who won the national championship in football, is gone. And now you could have the same thing with Dan Hurley. Here's where it's a little bit different to me, because like if you're Harbaugh, you can stay at one of these what would you call it, like a little fiefdom, like you're like a king, right? Like and somewhere like Michigan, while the NIL landscape isn't as robust as you think it would be relative to their success in football, it's still a big boy program. UConn's a big boy program in basketball. They don't have the purse that some of these other schools that have healthy football programs have.
Right.
So like things are going to change for Connecticut. And if he's got to keep that same standard up, I don't doubt that he could. And he is a great developer of players
Portal going to be
and
great.
the portal and everything. But you got to realize they're not going to have the same money as some people. And you might look at it and be like, hey, before I get old and gray and I realize, fuck this shit, like it's just too much to do all the things that being a college basketball or football coach right now entails. Like, let me just make the jump. This is a good time to do it if you're him. And if it doesn't work out, you can get any job in the country.
Right. The irony is that Coach K has been advising the Lakers.
Right. And Coach K turned it down in 2004.
And Coach K is also the last guy to win 2 straight national championships other than Billy Donovan.
Yep.
Right.
Maybe he doesn't want Hurley to win a 3rd straight.
That's true too.
But if you're Hurley, you could become the first guy since John Wooden to win 3 straight NCAA titles.
And that's special, but like you could be coaching the Lakers in LA. You could be coaching LeBron James. He was coaching high school basketball.
If you're Hurley, do you take the job if they say you have this job, but we're drafting Bronny?
Matt says yes.
Yeah.
I can't answer that question.
55th pick, whatever.
Yeah, like
superstar happy, whatever.
It's inconsequential.
Like Giannis's brother plays for the Bucks for the
That's
past
what I
5
say all the
years.
time.
Yeah, Giannis's brother. Yeah.
Yes, he takes up a roster
J.R.
spot.
Smith's brother got a roster spot on the Knicks.
Oh, that's interesting.
Dang, don't talk about
That's great. I didn't even think about that. We were talking about Doncic earlier, and I know I told you guys about this before, but I don't think I told you this before. Like a month ago, I came home and Waylon was all bent out of shape, and I asked him what's wrong, and my wife was like, she like rolled her eyes, and I look at Waylon and he's like, "Mom says there's not many white goats in the NBA." Like in the car ride home, evidently they were in this conversation about white goats, because Waylon was like, "Are there any white guys in this NBA Legends book?" And she's like, "I'm pretty sure Larry Bird's in there." He's like, "That's it." And he's like, "So there's not a lot of white goats, huh, Mom?" And she's like, "No, you're not. Like that's just not the way it is." And sure, you could sell the kid a dream, right?
Yeah.
DiVincenzo had a nice playoff run. Like, you know, I told him, I was like, there's some guys.
Show him white chocolate.
Yeah, show him Jason Williams highlights. So anyways, long story short, last 3 days, I come home. Meg's like, "Man, I got to tell you, I went upstairs to the playroom today when we came home from the pool. And Waylon had Luke cornered. Like he's just standing over him. Luke's in the corner. And she said, "What's wrong?" And he goes, "I told Luke that I'm going to be one of the first white goats, and he said I'm not, and he's disencouraging me." Hey,
Oh my God.
3 days later, he's a full-on NASCAR fan. No, he's not. I'm just kidding. But that's your only option, buddy. If you want a sport where
Play golf.
you've got
Play
the
tennis.
best odds,
Lacrosse.
yeah, I don't know. Tiger's got golf. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Tennis.
Pickleball.
All these undesirable white sports. I don't know what to tell my
What
kid
if your
to do.
kid gets nice in pickleball? Because by the time they get older, pickleball will be in high school.
Yeah,
It'll
you're
be-
right.
It'll be a
It'll
serious.
start 'em early.
It's probably going to be a serious sport.
My 11-month-old girl is going to be a scholarship for sure. She's a big girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could show you some pictures. She's hefty. So, anyways, speaking of white goats, Christian McCaffrey, they just did him a solid in San Francisco. They were like, "Hey, here's 19 mil over 2 years, or 19 mil a year over 2 years,
38 for
38 mil, 2 years. Don't have to do it. Let's just do it." He's got a lot of leverage, man. Not only is he very clearly the engine behind that offense, like you could argue out of all the position players in the league, like there's no position player that's more valuable to their offense. Tyreek Hill's the other one. You know, you could say Justin Jefferson, but that offense has not consistently performed at the heights that, you know, those two offenses
I'm
have.
still trying to remember why the Panthers traded him.
Panthers traded Christian McCaffrey because they weren't very good. And by the time they were going to be good, I mean, it's still not good.
That's what I mean.
He's going to be falling off a cliff. Like right now, you still be able to use him, but he'd be running into loaded boxes and the whole thing. San Francisco, they know who butters their bread. And not only that, he has a relationship with Shanahan that goes back. And, you know, like he's going to do that guy a solid, and they should. And so it's just funny to me that just white dude is resetting the running back market. And it makes me think it might be Hawt Boi Summer, you know, because you've got Caitlin Clark, you've got Luka Doncic, possibly. Trump's back, which is not a thing that I'm excited about. But the whites are going fucking buck wild right now. And the same thing with like, you know, that $1 Million Baby song that you keep hearing on Instagram? It's like a Spotify #1 hit internationally. It's a white kid from Woodbridge. So I don't know what's going on, but we are just having ourselves a summer. Okay? Take a bow, fucking Caucasians at home. It's not going to last forever. I hope it doesn't. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey got paid. Tommy Richmond is the name. I'll make that the layup line today. Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby.
Tommy Richmond.
Dude, that song is fucking vibe. Soundtrack to the Hawt Boi Summer. Bill Belichick's having a Hawt Boi Summer.
He's doing whatever he wants.
Dynamite was a transition there, Matt. He's pulling the strings from behind the machines here. Went to Croatia. You know, they gave him an award, like a distinguished Croatian award.
Is that why he went? I thought it was about all the baddies there.
The baddies, yeah. Well, he's living that single life. But no, I guess Croatia recognizes his reach. You know what I mean? They say, "You are growing Croatian culture." And he said, "Thank you very much." And he said, "I'll take a trip to Croatia."
So he basically got like their version of like the key to the city type thing.
Yeah.
Like
What do you guys think, Bill? Yeah, the key to the country. What do you think Bill should do in his year off? Because I'm thinking this is just the year off.
He's already over there. He should meet up with Jokic and float down a river.
Dude, I saw Jokic on the
look.
river. Jokic is river rat. And on #1 on my list is get Bill on the river. I think Bill would. He's a naval guy. He likes boats. I got boats.
I got a few things Bill can do in Croatia.
What could he do?
He can chill in the Blue Cave. Go see the Blue Cave. Supposedly it's a beautiful thing. He can pull up on Sail Week.
Welcome to Croatia. Visit the Blue Cave.
Yep.
Supposedly a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is. Pull up to Sail Week, which is the mini version of Yacht Week.
That's where all the baddies are.
But it's the baddies on sailboats.
Uh-huh.
But you can also learn how to sail
while
you're there. And then one of the biggest attractions in Croatia Museum of Broken Relationships.
I didn't even know that was a thing, dude. There's a market for that.
I guess
Can you
so.
confirm this? This is a real thing?
Dang, these guys don't trust me.
No, it's just I don't
It is.
trust the viability of a what?
In Zagreb.
What do you do?
They said it's an emotional roller coaster. The whole
Really?
museum, like they like get ready when you like.
They send him and Tom to the Museum of Broken Relationships. It is a Baroque palace displaying personal objects from former lovers, along with brief synopses. What would you put in the Museum of Broken Relationships with him and Tom?
Oh my goodness.
Deflated football.
Deflategate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deflategate for sure.
Well, I hope he had a good trip. I hope Bill does it all this year. I hope Bill goes to Red Rocks. I hope Bill goes to
What concert do you think he'd see at Red Rocks?
like
Who would, if he saw
Bon Jovi, he'd freak out. He loves Bon
what
Jovi.
artists would be able to get Bill on stage?
I mean, any artist would be able to get Bill on stage, but
Really?
what artist do I want to see Bill on stage
You
with?
think like if any artist asked, he'd be like, yeah, I'll come on stage. Like,
Oh, I
like,
got you. No. Yeah. The desire would have to be there on his end.
that's what I'm saying.
Bruce Springsteen.
Springsteen,
Okay.
the boss.
Is that the white goat for you guys?
That's one of the white-
Everyone's going.
It's Hawt Boi Summer. A lot of boss being played any summer, but especially this summer.
Bruce.
Yeah. Dude, you
That's
see the
funny.
Will Levis sex tape? Hawt Boi Summer.
That means summer's gonna be over quick.
Right, it's gonna be over quick. Yeah, if it's anything like the tape. I didn't see the
Oh my god.
tape. Somebody told me about that tape.
Cap.
I didn't see the tape. You know who I haven't seen enough tape on? Treylon Burks. Okay? Seriously, I haven't. There was a bit of news. It's a slow news week, guys. So special teams coach for the Titans was like, hey, this guy Treylon Burks, first round pick, third year player coming up, third year. He's going to play some special teams, which is generally a sign that
Ooh.
well, I know, but for a higher pick, what they're doing is they're putting you into a category of guys that we're not as worried about, right? You know this because you were the lower
Yep.
slated guys. So those guys are going to have to play more special teams. So when you go down to the special teams meeting, that usually means things aren't going great, or they're trying to humble you, or they're weaponizing special teams, right? But he's also big and athletic, so it could just be excitement over the tools he has. D Hop has talked about him as being one of the most talented receivers he's played with, and
The perfect thing for him though is we have a new year with the whole kickoff thing. So
yeah,
like,
you can carve out a role.
What
Yeah.
a perfect time to be on special teams, and maybe you do find a way into kickoff return, or
That's
one
true.
of these spots where they're like, hey, we have something here with this kid because he's so
He's a
athletic.
big, athletic, fast dude.
Yep.
And he's played in offenses the first 2 years that have not been perfect. And I'll just say this because as a player who started slow my first 2 years relative to expectations, hey, if you said, hey, a guy's going to have 10 sacks his first 2 years out of college, you'd be like, yeah, no problem. I mean, he's coming along, I guess. But when he's picked in the first round, you want that production to come up. And just as for me, I could look back and be like, well, that wasn't exactly like a proving ground for somebody to come out and get a bunch of buckets. I mean, there was a lot of things stacked against me. It's the same thing with Treylon Burks. I mean, Treylon Burks, not only the bad luck and the injuries, from what I understand, hard worker, guys like him. You hear D Hop talk about him, he's talented. They're not going to give up on the guy. Things can change. Light bulbs can go off. For me, the light bulb went off my third year, okay? It actually went off the second half of my second year, but people can't stop judging your production the first half of the year, and they say you're the same player, but something's changed. Like, you can figure something out. You can have epiphanies in your game where it's like, oh, something just clicked. So I don't want to discount him having that big jump. And I think anytime there's a new coach that comes in, and I had my fair share of them over 8 years in St. Louis, it's an opportunity for you to prove yourself, but the opportunities can be slanted against you depending on who the new coach is and what he thinks of you.
Mhm.
And for him, this wake up call is coming up year 3, where the guys who drafted him in the NFL, you're only as secure as the people who brought you in the building, and those people are gone. So whoever the new guy is, if he wants you on special teams, you're going to be on special teams.
Yep.
If you're going to have to prove yourself behind a really exciting receiving core, I mean, you think about Tennessee. Tennessee, from the inception of the Titans, has always been run through the running back. I can't think of a single time where you were like, look at all the weapons they have outside. That's who this team runs through.
Yep.
It ran through Eddie George.
Yep.
It ran through Chris Johnson.
Yep.
It ran through Derrick Henry.
Yep.
And now Tony Pollard's that feature kind of receiving back out of the backfield. People have questioned, is he an every down back? This is an 11 personnel team.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team that's going to run a Cincinnati offense. The run game they get into is going to be out of shotgun. There's going to be some gap scheme stuff and that sort of thing, but they're going to be an 11 personnel, and they want receivers on the field. And so he's got an opportunity to find his way into the lineup and find some spots where he can contribute. But for a guy whose versatility was the thing that people talked about coming out, being in an offense led by Ryan Tannehill, no shade, but an offense that does not hit every corner of the field, right? Not that creative in the passing game. It's not conducive to you being great. And for a guy to come out, he had asthma immediately as soon as he got on the scene. He had injuries. He got his face broken. He was in a joint practice, got his knee rolled up on last year. Like, from talking to people in the building, he's had bad luck. And I think, you couple that with some of the tough situations that he walked into. I just don't want to give up on this kid. And I also say this, like, to fans, yeah, when he showed up, he had to be A.J. Brown, which was never going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just not fair. What I want to see is this kid, be productive and healthy. And I think he's shown enough to instill some belief in his teammates and why they wouldn't give up on him. But I thought that was interesting because the Burks project has been one that's been up and down in Tennessee. And for Titans fans, they're going to be very interested in how this guy's used. I think, this is just me saying it, I could see him getting dealt this year somewhere that's looking at his upside and saying, like, if he could just stay healthy,
Buffalo.
we could use him.
Well, hopefully he's getting some good last-minute tape on film, because we all know the preseason and these practice tapes right now, when all this stuff is kind of getting sorted out, it's the time to kind of show, like, that you still, hey, like, I still got something in me, and
It's got to start now. You can't be behind with a new staff. And I also think this, like, his last staff, Mike Vrabel seems to me to be like, if I just read in tea leaves, he's like in the doghouse Hall of Fame. Like, he probably, if you're in a Mike Vrabel doghouse, that's not a doghouse you want to be in.
okay.
Like, I've had coaches that the doghouse was pretty comfortable. You know what I mean?
No,
Doug Peterson's doghouse was pretty chill.
Groh had a doghouse.
But, Al Groh had a doghouse. Bill's doghouse, that's like, it's like 100 miles away.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know what's going on in the building, right? I think Mike Vrabel's doghouse is probably not real cushy. And I would imagine, as much as you're sitting on shore watching the ships rolling and you're like, yeah, new coaches. And then they show up and they're like, you're going to be playing special teams. So he's had it stacked against him relative to being a first-round pick.
And maybe it's a mental thing, too. I feel like football, like with coaches and staffs, like it definitely could be a mental thing. Like, hey, like, let's put it out there that we're putting this kid on special teams, and even though he's a first-round pick, let's see how he responds.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they definitely do that to guys, and maybe they want you to react a certain way. But if you react like you're going to work and going to do what you're asked to do at the high level, hopefully it'll end up working out for you.
Production is the only way into the situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember my second year, Spags showed up, was not a huge fan of my first year tape, made me earn it from the bottom.
What have you done for me lately?
Put me as a third end, started Victor Adianju over me. I mean, we had some good veterans, but like that was like a nudge. It was like, hey man, you're not to where I want you to be, and I'm not going to reward you for that. Like, you got to climb out of it.
When you saw your name,
well, he came up to me and we had the conversation.
Oh, and he said, I'm gonna put you at third string?
Not third string, third end, which means I rotate in, but I'm not starting.
Okay.
So like, I'm still getting 40 snaps a game, but I'm not running out of the tunnel with the starters.
You go home, why I oughta.
No, I kind of understood it. I mean, like, I was aware that I was struggling. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, relative to the expectations.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, I heard
and no shade to those guys. Were they playing well at the time when that was happening? Do you think it was warranted? Would you?
No, not that guy starting over me, and I got a lot of respect for him, and he was a good player, but it was a little bit of a like, hey,
I'm doing this just
Yeah. And we had some veterans who were injured and that sort of thing, but
did you play better?
I played better because I figured the game out. The first half of the season, I did not play well. And then the second half of the season, I started figuring some things out about attacking edges. You know, I was a 3-4 defensive end coming in to play a 4-3 in the pros. So usually when you transition from like a 2-gap defense, they put you on the edge. They say, hey, we're going to simplify this thing. And it actually becomes a little bit easier if you can figure out mechanisms to win on the edge.
Yep.
But for me, they stuck me in a 6 technique, which is head up on a tight end, which is almost like a different game. So it just delayed. And the biggest one for me is they had me at right end. And so that's when I look at things like Treylon Burks, and without saying, hey, I'm crunching every snap of Treylon Burks or any guy that you as a fan are watching over the course of 2-3 years and he's a high draft pick, there could be one little thing that if they tinker with, it could unlock his game. You know, for me, it was moving me to left end. And then the next 4 years of my career, I got 40. I went from 10 over 2 years to 40 over 4 years. That's double the production.
Yeah.
And it was the game clicking for me, but it was also moving me to left end. And so I wonder if it's something as simple as where they have him used, how they're using him. And that stuff's invisible to fans. And it can be frustrating for the player in the situation because you're like, hey, I'm not Superman.
Yeah.
But I'm not this guy that the fans think I am. And so, or the new staff. And it's on him to prove that. And so it's an interesting look into like this situation is like so many in the NFL. I would just always say, like, caution you. There's a difference between a player who guys are like, he's got no shot, and guys that are like, maybe he's just not being used right or hadn't been put together. I remember my first year, I was walking down the hall and heard 2 veterans talking about me. And it was like eye-opening because kind of had a feeling of what.
Saying what? Like, how was he a first rounder?
Yeah, how's this dude? No, not how was he a first rounder? How's Long?
Yeah.
You know, and the guy said, I don't know if he's like a number 2 pick, but he's gonna be good. And for me, it was like kind of like, but okay.
Okay.
It was, you know, it's the tone of what I heard
was,
was positive, but it was also like, hey, it's gonna be a minute.
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Which isn't bad.
And that's not the worst thing you could hear.
Yeah.
You walk around the corner and you eavesdrop. I wasn't eavesdropping. I was just trying to go get lunch. But I heard, you know, that. If I'd have heard like, guy's got no shot.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would have done to me. You know what I mean? But the dose of reality is that the elephant in the room is big for some of these guys. You know, everybody on the team, as stressful as it is to be undrafted, as stressful as it is to be a player on the 53, and maybe some things are stacked against you that the first rounder doesn't have, but every day you go into work, you're scrutinized, and you feel like everybody in the room's watching you. When they're not, everybody's trying to survive, right? Yeah. There are narratives going on here and there in this corner of the locker room, but you can sometimes forget that you're not the only story on the team. And it's not, you don't think that way because you're selfish. You think that way because you put pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
And so this guy's just got to start making plays, and guys like him, when you start making plays, your confidence grows, and hopefully he can just put together a stretch. There was one more thing I saw this week. It was CJ Stroud talking about Matt Stafford. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Yeah.
But it was like the motherfuckers sitting in on our production meetings.
Yeah.
Do we not just
glaze up
Matt Stafford?
Yeah.
I mean, and what that said to me was a couple things. Number one, like CJ Stroud loves ball and he knows ball.
He knows ball.
But also the reaction of people. The claims he made was like Stafford makes some Tom Brady type throws. Like Stafford's like Brady. And then he said, let me hold on a second. I don't want that to get like taken out of context. But what he said was like, he's that level of great. I mean, there's only one Brady, but what he's saying is he should be talked about in that echelon of guys in the league. And I think when you look at the way he's played since he got the opportunity in LA, CJ's point was that, hey, if he had what Aaron Rodgers had for a long time, he'd probably have more rings than he has now, right? He'd probably have more rings than Rodgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a clown show take. I think when you watch Matt Stafford, you realize what he realizes and what I realize, which is this guy's like the tape that he's put on past the age of 35. Like there's only a handful of guys that have looked this good this late in their careers throwing the ball. And I remember Jay Cutler saying this inside the NFL, and I've talked about this on the pod this fall when I said, how long you think you can go? And he said, a guy with an arm like that, like a jugs machine like that, can play into his 40s. And if he does play into his 40s, he might not have the rings that some of the other guys have, but the top end balls that he throws and the rare kind of no look stuff that he sprinkles in, that's what CJ's talking about. And I think it also speaks to like the rest of the room. I think Gilly was there.
Yeah, $1 million
Like,
worth of game.
and I know Gilly knows football.
Yeah,
But even people that know ball don't take Matt serious enough.
yeah.
And I think like the reaction that I saw with CJ talking about Matt Stafford is telling, because that's America. That's like how America feels. I'm not speaking for everybody. There might be some people listening.
But it
that are
shows.
like, I know how good Matt
It
Stafford
goes to
is.
show too, like how much tape CJ's watching.
Exactly.
And like for people who don't like maybe know all the ins and out of football and like what goes on behind the scenes, like just hearing all the stuff he was saying about Stafford, that's something where that's a person that's taking the time to watch the all 22, like watch throws
and not
watch
just
angles.
opponents, not just the opponent tape. I could tell he watches tape. Like he's gonna, there's tape you watch to prepare for your team, and then there's extra credit tape where you're watching other people around the league and you're honing your game.
And it's clear that he's one of those guys, or he's paying attention to the top quarterbacks or who he thinks is comparable. Or hey, I would like to learn how to make those throws efficiently. So like, let me watch some more.
He's a ball lover, dude.
Yeah,
and I'll say this is like, I don't think if you asked every quarterback in the league how Matt Stafford played, they would light up the same way last year, especially not a rookie. You think about all the things on a rookie's plate, and he's still taking the time to watch elective tape. No shade at Kyler, but we've talked about Kyler's propensity to play video games and not study football, in short.
Yeah.
If you ask Kyler's rookie year, like, how do you think Matt Stafford's played? Do you think he'd have that same answer? No. I don't know.
You don't, yeah.
I don't know. Even some of the elite ones, I don't know that Josh Allen sitting there watching loads of tape of other people. I think Josh
It also
Allen
shows confidence in himself.
Yeah.
To be able to admit how like great somebody else is.
Yeah, it's cool to give props to people.
Well, he later gave his top 5.
Who was his top 5?
It was Lamar and
he put himself
3. Yeah. Ahead of Josh Allen. But it was Mahomes and Lamar, himself, and then Josh Allen and everybody else behind him.
Man, a little Joe Burrow. He put Dak 5. See, that's where I disagree.
Well, I think he's doing that because his newfound co-hosts and all his
Micah,
his marketing stuff is Micah, but not that I would think Micah would even want him to. I
go Pat now, but then he leaves off of last year. Okay, now I have an issue because then he leaves Matt out. I would put. Now this is tough because if you're doing it off last year, then Dak maybe is in the conversation.
Yeah.
But my top 5 quarterbacks are Pat, Josh, CJ, Burrow, and Lamar. Those are the top 5 quarterbacks in the league to me.
Yeah.
And then outside of them, you've got some guys knocking on the door. You've got a guy like Justin Herbert who, if he put it together for you, you'd be like, oh, he's top 5.
Richardson, if he doesn't get hurt, he's looking like he's going to start cooking.
Man, that's a lot of cooking to get up in that echelon. And he's got that back tat that.
Yo, by the way, like, what's with the getting put to sleep to get tattoos?
Yeah, no, you got to stay awake.
Like, that's 7 hours. I know.
Did he get put to sleep?
Yeah.
7 hours.
Oh,
bro.
No.
You think, like, you just got to.
I want my quarterback staying awake to get tattoos.
But, like, you got yours done, like, over, like, a bunch of different sessions.
Yeah, my back. That's a 7-hour tattoo.
Yeah.
That's it?
But that was quick, right?
That's too quick for that back piece.
No, so like the way they do it is they put you to sleep and there's like 7 artists.
Oh, he's got 7 artists.
Or I don't know if it's 7, but it's multiple.
I had one artist did 36 hours on my tattoo.
But that was like 36 different sessions?
No, it was in like 3 or 4 8-hour sessions.
Oh, wow.
I'll sit for 8 hours. I've sat for 12 hours before.
That's crazy.
I'm a glutton for punishment. I don't care about like I'm sick, dude.
Shit. We need to sign them up. Speaking of certain things, you need to go on the Mr. Beast challenge.
Why?
Do you think you could do that? Like, what if Mr. Beast was like, just sit here for 8 hours
and get a tattoo,
or just do any sit
no
here,
activity.
Be quiet.
You just have to sit there for 8 hours.
Yes.
Look, Chris will be like, I love
if it's
that.
you're
taking my phone. You're taking my phone.
Yeah, dude. I told him the other day I deleted Twitter and Instagram off my phone, and he started laughing. I'm like, what is it? Has it gotten that crazy that's weird? Like that I'd rather not?
No, it's not. I just it's always funny because
pull up your phone. Pull up your hours on your phone.
Since I've known you, like you've done this so many times.
Yeah, no question. No question.
So,
but I'm not saying it's final.
That's why it's
I'm not saying
and
it's
I don't
final.
think it is. That's why it's always just funny to me. Like
I gotta open it up in the fall again, you know,
but
see what's going on.
My thing is, I don't know if you can like maybe you can, but like, what was the last post that you saw that you're like, you know what, fuck this shit.
It's
right
really,
now.
it's a cumulative like just reading comments under posts. Like
yes,
getting sucked into the negativity.
Yes.
Not my post.
No,
not my post.
just
I'm talking
random
about just
stuff.
like
just random stuff.
I'll creep the comments,
Oh,
and I'm like,
bro.
man, humanity is
the whole,
fucked.
bro. The hole you can get in.
Real fast.
Yeah.
You might be hitting cricket at the right time because the U.S. team just stunned Pakistan at the men's T20 Cricket World Cup.
Oh
Whoa.
shit!
Upset alert.
Biggest upset in cricket's history.
In cricket history, what's the like final score?
I don't know if it's.
Oh my god,
Damn, we
dude.
coming up. Damn.
White boy summer.
Wait, is it just like
I tell you, it's white boy summer.
What is our cricket team just a bunch of white boys, or is it just like mixed? What does it look like? What does it look like?
Probably looks like the Masters dinner.
I wonder if it's a bunch of like Pakistan guys like from America.
Yeah.
Like
Like
just on the
French
team.
soccer.
Yeah. That's what they do, right?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, it's just like, just like Joel Embiid, like if he plays for USA, he's really from France, right?
There's some brothers out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Now everyone got to get hype, and we got to act like we fuck with cricket.
Yeah. We gotta act like we fuck with cricket.
These guys, who's the main player? We got to get these guys on some podcasts.
Uh-huh.
We got to explain to us.
Do you think the international community is gonna gatekeep cricket when we get into it?
Oh.
Do you think I care? I really don't. I met a guy at Dardental. He was playing cricket the other day. I know everything there is to know.
What are those bats called? Trivia. Do you know? Look, Matt,
Paddle.
gotta look it up.
Paddle.
Snooker?
Ooh, I have no
What is
idea.
it? You don't know. Okay.
Trivia.
Here's Josh Jacobs. Hey, y'all. Greenlight has official merch like this hat right here, or like the one on my head. This is dad hat. Love this hat. I'm not even a dad hat guy, but this thing fits great. This hat right here fits great. We've got hoodies. We've got by the way, this hoodie's like super comfy. I mean, it's like soft, plush. It's not the type of hoodie that's going to get stiff with one wash. And the shirts too, because like I'm a big comfort guy, okay? You got like this white shirt here. You got the shirt with the logo, the Abbey Road looking logo with Dr. Fax smoking presumably a blunt, Kyle carrying Cowboy Reed, Macon dribbling a basketball, which I've never seen him actually do, and me carrying a football. And then you've got the black shirt here too with the logo. So stickers, hit the link in the description in the video, below the video actually, and make sure to tag us on social media showing off your Greenlight merch. It's quality threads here, okay? Wouldn't do it any other way.
Welcoming another edition of The Price is Wrong Greenlight style. First down on the podium, it's Kingston.
Yo.
Everyone welcome Dr. Fax
Yeah.
Boo!
and Chris. We're kicking things off. We're starting left to right. Another round. This time, Drew Reed Cowboy Carey is hosting.
You won last time, huh?
I won last time, so if you win, you get to host.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's how it goes. And I didn't even play the game. I
Let's
didn't. Yeah. There you go.
The game.
Our first item is an Air Vita Pro 90 portable sitting hyperbaric chamber. Kingston's first.
That's not fair.
How's it not fair?
$7,800.
Okay. Nate.
I'm going with $9,750.
Okay. Chris.
7,700.
Matt gets it. It was $9,499.
I was gonna go under no matter what. So you would have had me do $1.
I would have had you do either $1, $7,801,
Here's
or
what I'm
$1
gonna
more
say.
than whatever
Here's what
Nate
I'm
said.
Say I go $1.
Yeah.
Say it's 5,500.
then you would have won.
Really?
Because
'cause
it's
I'm low.
closest without
it's
going
not
over.
closest to the pin.
Without going over.
How close without going over?
You never watched Price is Right?
Bro, I don't like I have CT, so I might have watched it at some point. I mean, I did watch it, but
it
I was,
literally comes on at 11 o'clock every
I know, but the
day.
problem is like I struggle with like noticing the rules. I kind of just sit there, I watch the people, I
got
try
you.
to guess the
I
price
respect
of the item.
I respect it. All right, next item.
Next,
But,
we're
like,
gonna go.
yeah.
We're doing Mickey Mantle's
Not playing along at home.
1951.
You know, Jeopardy works well for me.
Guys,
It's
We can
like
play
answer the
Jeopardy.
fucking
Guys.
question.
Yeah.
come out.
But
Like,
there has
are
to be
we-
a question.
I thought this whole
Yeah,
exercise.
that part I understand.
I thought this whole exercise was to get ready for the show that's coming to Charlottesville.
Price is
Like,
right.
Yeah, like why are we talking about hyperbaric chambers?
Because that's an
This
item.
is a sports show, dude. Nobody cares about a fucking toaster in the listenership. They want to
A
know
roll of paper
what
towels.
the athletes are buying and what
All
the
right, all right,
athletes
all
are
right.
costing.
All right, here we go.
And former athlete contracts. Mickey Mantle's 1951 contract value. This is for the season, and this is his first contract following his minor league contract. Nate, you were first.
So they didn't know he was good yet.
They did, yeah. For this season.
$75,000.
Okay. Chris?
$500.
$500. And Matt.
501.
Matt wins.
Stupid.
Matt plays the game.
What was the total?
Oh, that's a good question. It's $25,000 for the
Oh,
season.
Damn. See? There was someone making 75.
see, I thought
Yeah.
we were in the hundreds. So I thought maybe you could,
Baseball
Undercut
used to
me.
be popular.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you were going off last one we had Babe Ruth's contract.
Babe
and,
Bruce.
I
What
mean, that was like
it?
40, 30 years before.
It was
What was
$4
that?
grand in 1915.
Fuck, dude.
We are going, now we're doing memorabilia.
Give me.
And I want to
Buy a
know,
lot of hooch with that. With $4 grand.
I want to know what you think Nolan Ryan's
Just
jock
cigarettes.
strap that he used to pitch his 7th and final no-hitter went for. Chris, you're first.
$250,000.
Okay. Matt?
Say 11,500.
Okay, Nate.
Without going over.
Am I going to give this to Chris or am I going to give this to Matt?
He's giving it to Matt.
He shouldn't. I'm here to win.
200. What did you say?
I don't even remember.
Chris said $250,000. Matt said $11,000.
$50,000.01.
Matt wins again. It was $25,000.
Damn, just had an extra
It's a bargain.
zero on there. I thought people were a lot more into Nolan Ryan's jock.
See, I thought it was too.
My mistake. I thought that's what I would place the value of that.
What a conversation piece. Like, hang that in your basement
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, how do you display that?
It's got to be in a glass
on your
case.
person.
You got to put no, but yeah, you wear it every day. What?
You get a mannequin for it?
No, do you think he's got a shadow box? I assume it's a he. Can you imagine if it was a woman that bought this? That's
Is-
borderline sexual harassment.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, to me, that's a little creepy. If a man was buying Marilyn Monroe's underwear,
What if it was
problem.
the streaking kisser? Remember how the MLB had that streaking kisser?
yeah.
She had
Oh yeah, in the 80s.
yeah.
Uh.
What if it was her? Because I think Nolan
You
Ryan
just
was
do the
one of
cans
the-
motion.
Yeah.
The international cans motion. She did have a
She was running around. Things were bouncing. All right. Item number 4. Gatorade's 30-ounce water bottle. These are those like at football practice. They got the screw top and stuff.
Mhm.
So a 30-ounce Gatorade water bottle. Matt.
$6.99.
Nate.
$6.99.
Thank you.
I am going to say $8.74.
$1.
Chris. It's $27.98.
You gotta
Let's go.
$27 for that?
Come on.
28, really.
Oh, I was against corporal punishment, but maybe not now. Usually, Waylon, I can't get him to remember that thing after practice. I didn't know it was $28.
Damn, a 6-pack. You remember they used to bring the little 6-packs out
They're not
water
cheap.
breaks. Those water bottles are actually trash. Not to shit on them, because if you squeeze them hard, like they never stay in. It comes out the side.
That's Peyton Manning's prank at the Pro Bowl. He'd always unscrew it a little bit, and then
I think
But,
that
like, you
shit's
don't even
dumb.
need-
I really do.
What?
those bottles.
Yeah, those bottles are dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, the bottle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're dumb.
I thought you were saying the prank is dumb.
Well, yeah, I mean that prank's fun.
No, that's
That
what I'm
prank's a
saying.
lot of fun.
That's
Like one of the most common pranks in the NFL. One of the most common.
Yeah.
Timeout. One of the most common
Oh, man.
is the water bottle open.
Yeah.
And you love to see the guy, because the guy will get showered with the water and he won't stop making that stupid face where he thinks he's gonna have a drink of water. You know, he's just like that. The fucking what's another one that's pretty common?
Something with your clothes. Do you guys do
Definitely
a lot with
like freezing
clothes?
your clothes. Did you ever see anybody freeze your clothes?
Mm-mm.
They'll freeze your clothes. Like they'll put it in the cold tub and then put it outside so the clothes get frozen stiff. Some rookie will be like, he's got a bunch of frozen clothes. He's carrying
That's
frozen
some
clothes.
like, you were in St. Louis, and,
Yeah.
like really fucking cold places and shit.
Oh,
That's crazy. I've never
Tiger
heard that.
bomb in your underwear.
That's like borderline assault.
That's borderline assault.
That's borderline assault. Like
They
I
put
feel
a
like
tarantula in Kyle's room.
yeah, no, but like the icy hot on like your skin or your balls, like that's just not funny. And it's like
No,
that's like a
dude.
medical reaction.
If you put out, because I used to have groin problems.
yeah,
I still do. My
Yeah.
fucking
And that
groin.
nuts-
I felt like
and that
pulled my
nutsack-
gro-
and that
I pulled my
nutsack-
groin throwing that fucking rock Saturday on the river. I'm pretty sure.
And then
And
that,
then I blamed it on the table my wife made me move. I'm
Look.
not sure.
you put some icy hot down there, and that nutsack dragged across it a little bit.
I'm just telling you, dude. Yeah, you go out on the
Not
fucking,
fun.
you rubbing the Tiger Bomb on your, and then you go out and it's fucking special teams. First period,
That
you start
sweat.
sweating,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, it's just Tiger Bomb down there. And my coach has looked at me and been like, "What's wrong?" Like he looks like he's about to cry. No football injury can make me cry. Tiger Bomb in that area, crying every time, like a baby.
Item number 5, LeBron James 2003 contract value. This is his rookie season. And Nate, you're first.
Damn, why I gotta go first?
Because it rotates.
Fuck.
Where would you like to go, sir?
His rookie contract?
Rookie contract. The value for that season, 2003.
1.7 mil.
Okay. Chris
7.5 million.
and Matt.
1.71 million, but I think it was like 4.5.
It's for just over 4
Oh,
million. So
fuck.
yes, you get it.
He was making what from Nike? We did
19.
No, they-
his Nike.
He had
Yeah.
7 years, 87 mil
That's
from Nike.
crazy.
Oh, but didn't he get 19 illegally first? I don't know.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
His rookie year was the year he fucking carried that team to the damn.
No, his
No.
third.
His third-
is
Yeah.
2006 was
His-
when they made the finals.
Oh,
You
Or no,
it was
2005.
2007 that he made the
7, yeah,
final.
7 versus Spurs. You're right.
By the
You know,
way.
the bus. I'm going to do the bussing with the boys beer thing.
I heard
and-
about
You know,
Nice.
so you guys should come too. By the
Fuck
way,
yeah.
who's your teammate?
they were gonna. I kind of made a little noise. They had me paired with somebody that I was like, I don't know, nothing against the guy. Just you can drop me in here. I'd like to play with somebody who can delete some beers. They put me with Quentin Nelson.
Who's that?
He can
He's-
delete some there. Guard.
No,
oh,
hey, this motherfucker, all is well. They put me with a generational talent, what I assume is a generational talent at deleting beers. And I think it's going to look like that LeBron James team. I think it's going to look like there are literally memes of LeBron carrying, Anderson Varejao and Big Z
mhm.
into the tunnel. That's what it's going to look like with me and Quinn Nelson, dude, because I'm afraid, man. I don't know if I can do it like I used to. I'm not sandbagging here. I've kind of stopped drinking.
Me too.
I go on the river, I have like 3 beers, 4 beers,
You need to get into
5 beers,
training.
6 beers. Huh?
You need to get into training.
Yeah. I
Start
need to
putting
train.
back a 6-pack a night.
You need to train, by the way. We take time out to educate people. Matt, explain what the fuck's going on with you and Mr. Beast.
I applied to Beast Games, Mr. Beast's new game show on Amazon, and made the second round. Got a call back. It's supposed to be a combination of mental and physical challenges. So I am in training.
It's like a Tough Mudder.
Something like that, but more like psychological torture, sort of.
So how many people you think are in this tier of of progress.
Probably a couple thousand.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's trying to have like 1,000 people or more there and cull it down day by day.
Is it like
5,000?
Squid Game?
Squid Game was one of his popular games.
He did that already.
It's a big
Like,
mystery what it will be.
Scale. Like you can watch that. He
did a Squid Game?
The exact thing.
Not with the death.
Except for the death, but with
that's what makes a Squid Game.
With the money, but
if
with
it's
the
not
money,
that is just most extreme elimination.
but the person won something $1 million, I think, on that, right?
It was one of his most popular videos.
Yeah. Well, I hope you get in.
Thanks.
And he said he'll never see us again if he gets in.
No, if he wins,
He said I'll never see you
Oh,
motherfuckers
yeah.
again.
That would be a bad thing to get lost in translation. We like find his replacement when he makes the 3,500 guy cut down, and he comes home without winning.
Nah, no one's replacing him.
So yeah, we hope you make it.
Item number 5. This is a piece of gum chewed and spit out by World Series hero Luis Gonzalez in 2002. Chris, you're first. The current
And I don't even remember how good Luis Gonzalez is. Luis Gonzalez was I know he was the guy who ended my Yankees fandom.
Yep, and he's not a Hall of Famer, but a very solid baseball.
He was good.
Yes, World Series hero.
That little
He's
fucking
the guy
hit up the middle.
People?
Yes.
No. He be biting people? No.
He
I
bit
don't know
people.
about
No.
You thinking about Luis Suarez?
Yeah, that's
Different sport.
different sport,
Totally
man.
different sport.
I'm trolling, guys.
No. And
No.
the question was
Luis
fair.
is.
The question was fair. I remember when Suarez bit that guy, I was like, he can't control himself. Right? When Tyson did it, it was like different. Tyson was like, all right, he's psychotic. But like when Suarez did it, I was like, he's got a tick.
Yeah. That's
Like,
weird.
Tyson was like, I have decided to bite this man's ear. He's
Twice.
too long.
Nah, that you got to be a different type of. He bit it off. Like it's one thing to bite somebody, but like
Yeah, which to me, I don't know why it made it like more jarring when fucking Suarez did it, because I was like, dude, come on. Like, you just did this. Everybody can see you. Tyson obviously didn't give a fuck what happened.
Oh man, that's crazy. But
So Luis Gonzalez, a piece of gum chewed and spit out.
So Luis Suarez's teeth.
So his gum, 2002. How much?
$5,000.
Okay,
Some
Matt.
sick. Whoever bought this should be deported. By the way,
$410.
I hope.
Okay, Nate.
$411.
Chris, you get it. It was $10,000.
Oh, fuck.
Get that person out of here.
Shit.
Put him on the first thing smoking to Siberia. Who buys chewed gum? If you're gonna do that,
It was Darren Ravel.
yeah, probably buy one of like the goat's gum, like not Luis Suarez. Luis Gonzalez does not clear the bar of people I would buy gum. It's like an autobiography bar. Some people should not. Where's the Mendoza line for being important enough to write a book, or for somebody to buy your gum? I don't think Luis Gonzalez is him.
Someone
Respectfully,
No.
If you put your gum in a auction, there's some fucking St. Louis fan.
Oh, for sure.
That'll definitely.
We should do that. We
So
should try
if
to
I'm
see
going
how much.
broke, I need to just start saving my Trident.
Bro,
Yeah.
If you're going broke,
Save your
I got
Zin.
you.
Let's sell your Zin.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can.
I'll
There's a
start
lot.
saving my
There's
Zin,
a lot
like
of.
a
Yeah.
jar of Zin.
I see
right.
a lot of bullshit on eBay that goes for a lot of money.
Currently-
$99.
Matt is in the lead, lapping you guys. 4. Nate has 1. Chris has 1. Archie Manning's 1981 contract value. Matt.
Archie.
Say $105,000.
All right, Nate.
This is his first year.
No, he's not gonna
No.
do that.
Nah.
He's been there a while.
You don't even know the game.
As I get this right.
It was $200,000.
$201,000.
Chris gets it. It's $600,000.
1981, man.
So
They had electricity and cars, and like football was popular. They paid fucking whoever was calling the games like $10 million.
Howard Cosell.
Yeah.
Howard Cosell.
A healthy amount of money. All right. This is a Bear Performance Nutrition 32.8 ounce whey protein powder. Those are those big
Yeah.
jars of protein powder.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Nate, how much?
It's on me first.
Yeah, it's on you.
Those should be expensive. I'm gonna say.
Go 2,000.
I'm gonna say.
Take a shot.
I'm going to say. $67.
Okay, Matt. Or sorry, Chris.
Oh. $43.
All right, Matt.
$43. My friend lost his life.
That's a good bid. I thought it was like, yeah, I'll say $71.
Chris gets it. It's $44.99.
Bang, bang. I
barely.
don't know the game, but I'm on a winning streak.
It is on a winning
Keep
streak.
talking.
Must be a statistical anomaly. Fucking clapping them cheeks right now.
All right,
Because he's
this
doing all this extra bullshit.
I'm doing all this extra bullshit.
Fucking Archie Manning.
Archie Manning, it's part of the game.
all right, a handwritten note from Babe Ruth to his mistress, penned on hotel stationery
Spicy.
in 1922.
You can visit it at
Matt.
the Museum of Broken Relationships in Croatia.
Yeah.
actually. I'll say 18,500.
All right, Nate.
8,500.
18,501 cent.
Fucker.
Chris gets it again.
Oh damn, are we tied, boys?
75,000.
Are we tied?
75 grand. Damn.
This is stupid.
That was spicy stuff. His mistress. She knows his fetishes.
All over that one. All right, this one,
Legendary stick man.
Brock Lesnar's 2004 Vikings contract value. Nate,
Annually or
annually. For that season, 2004.
got it.
You have to think about what he meant for marketing, since that's your forte.
$450,000.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah. Chris doesn't know this.
$270,000.
Okay, Matt.
$270,001.
Nobody gets it. $230,000.
I knew it.
That was a league minimum.
Oh, I could have been
Yeah, it
a
was
dollar.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, remember? Hey, this is how you play the game. You got to bet $1. Ooh.
What's that?
Before we started, Matt told Chris how to play the game.
He's like, it's like I just taught Yoda something. It's like I learned the Jedi ways.
All right, Chris.
Jay has become the master.
Athletic Greens, 12.7 ounce pouch with 30 servings.
Say it again.
Athletic Greens, 12.7 ounce pouch
Oh, I know.
with 30 servings.
Oh, I should know this.
You should.
$71.
Matt?
$37.50.
Hey, tending
Nate?
to your microbiome ain't cheap.
Shit.
Getting enough B vitamins ain't cheap.
No, but $2 a packet is too much.
Nah, not for people who care about their microbiome.
I'm gonna say $49.
$49. It is $79. Chris gets it again.
My God. You guys
Oh.
running away with the fucking game. Somebody call the police.
He's having a Slumdog
But
Millionaire
also
moment.
too, like also,
Hey, man, that guy was,
like, how do we know?
that guy was on
like,
fire.
what prices are you looking at? Like,
Oh, wow.
This is on the Athletic Greens
The other
website.
day, Macon's strategy was to say he knew the answer but didn't give it. And you're like, you're questioning the answer.
If Nate and Macon played this segment together, it would take 8
It would
hours.
take 8 hours.
No, if we
Why
play
am I
it with
going
regular
first?
items, we can get regular prices, not this extra.
It's sports. The theme is sports.
Blah,
this
blah,
is a,
blah. I'm losing.
So this is a sports and pop culture podcast, but it's sports and pop culture.
Well, I don't want you guys to come to the prices right with me.
Yeah, this
when
probably
the show
won't
comes
be.
here, I don't want you guys. You
Reggie
guys
White's
are-
1993 contract probably won't be asked by Drew
Yeah, you
Carey.
guys
So,
don't have the right attitude.
So is that the next question?
Reggie White's 1993 contract value, Matt.
Was this his first season with the Packers?
You can't tell him all that.
Yeah, you can't tell him all that. You should
He
know,
was not a rookie.
bro.
I know that.
Yeah.
I'll say 6.8 million.
Okay. Nate,
I'm about to just drag my nuts on you guys here. Fucking the lead could be insurmountable.
Oh man,
Oh,
I'm gonna say
what do you think? The cap ballooned? Or did it?
8 million.
Okay.
all right, Chris.
What was his number? 6 point what?
6.8 and
I'll
8.
take 6.7 million.
It was 9 million.
Oh! Nate!
I feel a comeback.
Touche, dude. I didn't know they paid him like that.
It's Reggie.
I know
Leaderboard.
He was
I
in
knew
Philly,
that.
yes.
I think that was in Green Bay.
It was his first year in Green Bay,
Yeah.
like Matt said. I got paid.
What
Geez.
the hell he was doing all that money back then in Green Bay?
Him? Nothing, dude. Like
yeah.
enriching the lives of others. That's what he was about.
Yeah, first year in Green Bay.
I don't think money was a big priority for him. It was
Leaderboard, Chris,
that.
5, Matt, 4, Nate, 2. Next one is, we're going to basketball, Bob Cousy's
couldn't
1959
go left.
contract value.
Bob
Right.
Cousy couldn't go left. 1959 couldn't go left.
It's Nate first, though.
Jalen Brown can't go left.
That's why.
Bob
Yeah.
Cousy. What year?
1959.
And to think JJ Redick's getting paid 10x for a podcast. It's disrespectful to Bob Cousy and the Dolph Shays.
Bob Cousy.
Which ChatGPT named Dolph Shays the 6th best player of all time. That's
Yo,
how you know
I know.
AI is fucked.
Yo, hey JJ, did you see that?
Let's go with, because I don't know. I'm gonna say $1.3 million.
All right, Chris.
Is that too much?
Yeah.
You gotta take marketing into account.
You do have to take marketing into account.
Maybe it's
Bob
57.
Cousy's NIL. Bob Cousy would have gone off in the NIL market. You kidding me?
Played at Holy Cross. I don't think there was a lot of attention.
Bro, he'd have been like Caitlin Clark times 15. Bob Cousy right now, if he just walked into a gym.
One of my favorite scenes in Blue Chips is the like old athletic director is shooting free throws.
Yeah.
And it's played by Bob Cousy, and he's
Oh.
making every single one.
One cut, probably.
One
One
cut.
take. One take. All right, so I'm gonna go $200,000.
All right, Matt.
$200,001.
Everybody misses. It's $25,000.
Yes.
I knew that, and then I wanted
Yes,
to buff you so
Cousy.
much.
I baited you guys.
Might have been a team. I
baited-
promise you, I have no awareness of anything you're doing.
Look, it made you guys bet higher than you normally would.
Why wouldn't you just bet?
Saying a high
Why wouldn't you
number.
just try to win the round?
Because there's a strategy when you go
Hey,
first, so you
go
got to pick
next.
first.
He's right. You got to anchor when you go first.
Okay, anchor.
All right. 1957 Mickey Mantle's MVP season. It's his game-used New York Yankees pinstripe home jersey. It's
Wow.
it's the jersey that he wore in the only game he hit for a cycle.
Am I up?
You are up.
Are you on the Golden site?
One or two of these have come from the Golden Auctions website.
All right.
$1.5 million.
All right, Matt.
1.05 million.
Okay, Nate.
What did he say?
He hit for the cycle.
1.5,
He
1.05.
hit for the fucking cycle.
1.5 and 1 cent.
Everybody misses. It's $375,000.
Damn, dude. You
bargain.
don't know. Yay.
Not giving it to Mickey Mantle. Someone they were giving it to, though, stocking worn by Marilyn Monroe when she married Yankee great Joe DiMaggio.
This is gross.
This is Matt's first.
They stink.
Oh.
They probably stink.
21,000.
Nate?
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with $700.
Okay, I'm gonna go with $20,999.
Should have gone the other way. Nate,
Let's go! No one wants those
it was
stinking ass
$5,600.
Dude,
Damn,
horny
5K?
people will do anything.
So wait, Marilyn Monroe's stocking is less than Luis Gonzalez's gum?
Right?
Yes. Wild.
People are not horny enough.
No.
Because it's just like, how do you know it's the right stockings? Like, you know,
How much did that cost?
$5K.
$5,600.
Ugh, somebody's sniffing that thing.
It's gross. Terry Bradshaw's 1981 contract value. I'll give you context. He was the second highest paid quarterback that year.
Yeah. 1981, yeah.
Who's it on?
Nate, sorry.
It's on me?
Yeah.
It's on you.
bro.
Terry
What's up?
Bradshaw?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how much these guys are making. Let's say $14 million.
All right, Chris. I just want you to know what you put down for Archie Manning's contract in the same year was $200,000.
Oh, it's the same year.
Mhm.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But like, it's my strategy.
Yep. Okay. You said $14 million. I'll go with
See, that's cheating. You
I
can't
should have
you
waited.
can't give information.
The
after.
information was out there. If
I'll
you've been
go-
listening,
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about it.
accessible
No.
information.
Yeah.
I'll go 3.5.
3.5 million. Okay, Matt.
Well, you already said that Archie Manning got $6 million, and he must have been making more than Archie. So I'm going to say 3.51 million.
Didn't he say Archie was making 200,000?
No, 600,000 was Archie's.
Yeah.
So
What?
another
I thought it
miss.
was 6 million.
Everyone
Terry-
missed.
yeah.
My strategy worked again.
He made 2.5.
He made 470,000,
Oh,
That's an underpay.
and Archie was the highest.
Archie was the
paid.
highest paid guy.
Yep.
That's where we got trick fucked. I couldn't
Oh my
remember what
God.
Archie got.
1981
Yep.
quarterback
Loaded.
market.
All right, leaderboard is still Chris at 5, Matt at 4, Nate at 3. We'll do 2 more.
Oh my God, yeah.
We've got Bart Starr's 1971 contract,
Ah,
and Chris is first.
yes. Yes.
200,000.
All right, Matt.
What the fuck is Bart Starr, you ask?
He's a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Packers. One of the greatest players of all time. Come on, Dave.
Also, all around great guy by all accounts.
100,000.
All right, Nate. You have a $200,000 and $100,000.
I'd go like 10 mil. He played in Dallas.
$201,000.
It is $100,000.
Oh, I
Matt
nailed
gets
it.
it on the net head. All right, we're tied at the top. Damn. Last one.
I was lucky. I was $1 more. I'd been over.
Yeah.
Chris Long's career fines. I'll say
That's not fair.
No, you think he knows it? I doubt he does.
His what?
Career
I don't think I know.
monetary value for career
I don't think I
fines.
know.
2.
Official
he's
NFL
first.
fines?
Official NFL fines.
Who's up first?
Chris is up first.
Oh, I'm up first?
You're up first.
Why do I got to go up first?
Oh, it's Matt. It's supposed to be Matt.
It's supposed to be Matt.
Is it?
Yeah.
Chris went first last time.
Yeah.
All right, then Matt, you're up first.
That's really. So this is our last one?
This is the last one, tied
Chris
between
gets
you
We'll do
two.
two
Third.
more. We'll
This
do,
is
we'll do
bullshit.
this and
No,
one more.
no, it's
All right, all right.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, I care about the
Yeah, we'll do two
sanctity
more,
of the
two more.
game.
What's the item again? I forgot.
It is
Fine.
Chris Long's career fines. There are 2 fines.
Oh, that's
Is this
He only
con-
had
is
2
this con-
fines?
is this conduct? Yeah, it's conduct. Yeah.
You only had 2 fines?
I'm gonna say
Goody 2 shoes?
$25,000.
Okay. Nate,
Can you say what the fines are? Are we saying what the fines
No,
are?
he's not going to do that.
Yeah, I'll say it after.
This is where I have an advantage. I know what the fines are.
You know what the fines are. Conduct detrimental. I'm going to say 47,000.
Okay, Chris.
$47,001.
Matt gets it. It was $31,500. Do you remember
I
what?
must have got him appealed.
Do you remember what the two fines were?
Yeah, they're ejections.
Carolina, I know, was one.
One
right?
was an ejection.
One-
Oh, get
Oh,
the finger.
then this is inaccurate.
The other one was
See?
for a hit
I
to
was
the head.
See?
No, I was ejected twice.
See?
Well, it wasn't fined on the.
It was not appealed.
yes.
So that
Right.
you got. I mean,
Then we've just
you
got
give
two.
him this,
No,
but-
say what you said to me.
What'd I
Say
say to you?
You say you got the right stuff over there. Tell
No, he
him.
might. He might.
Mark at him.
But I can tell you.
him.
But I can tell you this. I was ejected twice.
You gave the finger
Uh,
one time you got ejected, right?
That was in
No, I didn't get
Carolina.
the
That's
finger.
on here.
I pointed at somebody who threw a beer at me, like, "Hey, get him out of here."
The two fines and suspensions listed on Sport Track are for a hit to the head for Cardinals quarterback Ryan Lindley, $15,750.
No, see, I
And
got
for
fined
unnecessary
I got
roughly-
fined for hitting Josh Freeman high.
You ever apologize to that guy? For hitting
Ryan,
your head?
Ryan, I want to look into the camera wherever you are and apologize. I don't know how that hit affects you today. It could affect you in any number of ways, and I hope that you don't think about me when you forget your keys or whatever it is that happens.
I think he'll appreciate that.
Yeah, dude. I don't mean to hurt anybody. I never meant to hurt it. But I hit Josh Freeman high,
Mm-hmm.
and I go home and I'm watching TV like on a Monday, and Trent Dilfer is on TV, now the coach of is it UAB?
Yeah.
And he's like showing a reel of bad hits this weekend. And here I am. And the next day I got a FedEx in my
Oh,
locker. And
you
I
got
know
mail.
I got fucking snitched on basically by Trent.
Dang.
I respect it. But suffice to say, there were, for the record,
More than those two?
More than those two. Yeah.
So
The
I
other
think that
one-
one should not count then.
All right.
I gave him a concession. He's given me one too.
All right,
Just
here you
make
go.
This is the final.
Then then it's still tied 5-5. We'll make it 3 points so Nate can be in.
I don't know about that.
I love it.
Wow.
Vince Lombardi's first NFL head coaching offer was for this much by the Eagles in 1959.
Who's
He-
first?
Nate is.
Oh.
At that time, he was currently the offensive coordinator in New York.
No. New York had a good year. He was coming off of a big year.
$50,000.
Chris?
$30,000.
Matt?
I was going to go right around where you went. That's hard. I'm going to do it finally. $1.
Let's go!
Matt gets it.
Oh.
$2,500.
Oh, this game sucked.
GG's.
He had a,
Jeez.
he had a
It was a good
he had
run.
a terrible
Jeez.
22.
Did we tie?
No, you won.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
6
I
to
know.
5 to 1. Matt finished with 6. Chris 5.
The actual fine answer is closer to
5 to
100,000.
1?
If you're counting the
You said I had 1?
You had 3. Sorry.
Yeah, like don't
you really want like nobody's gonna remember who won the.
No, but like
You're right. That
wrong.
jumped you.
Don't
That
like-
jumped you from 3rd place to 3rd place.
Yeah, like
Okay.
don't try to say I had 1.
Okay, that's true. Y'all take care.